body diagram. What is the use of free body diagram? This is one question. What is the use of free body diagram? Free body diagram is used to explain higher order thinking problems with his own techniques, which can follow 4 steps. What are that following steps you have to identify first? Total acceleration of the system is constant. Total acceleration of the system is constant. Then Newton laws are valid in that system. That frame of reference we have to consider inertial frame of reference. That frame of reference we have to consider inertial frame of reference. What is that inertial frame of reference? Already I explained this point in motion concept. If any 2 passengers are traveling inside a bus, one passenger with respect to another passenger, he is at rest. Yes or no? That same person can compare to outside observer. He is in motion. He is in a motion on. You can identify that frame of reference. Inside bus, every object is inertial frame of reference. Outside the bus, we have what are the reference we have to consider? Ground surface, trees, buildings, okay, bus stops, etc. These all are non-inertial frame of reference. Inside the bus, what are the objects we have to identify? Seats, next to persons, passenger, driver, conductor. Okay, inside the bus we have to consider the and all are inertial frame of reference. In inertial frame of reference, Newton laws are valid. In non-inertial frame of reference, Newton laws are not valid. We can identify that point. Because of that reason, first we can consider, so total acceleration of the system is constant or not, we have to find out. It is a first point. Second point, total how many external forces are acting on the body, we have to calculate. We have to calculate how many number of external forces are acting on the body. You can calculate. Don't consider that internal forces. What is the reason? Net internal forces. Net internal force equal to 0. Net internal force equal to 0. Because of that reason, we don't consider that internal forces. Only we have to consider external forces. It is a second point. Next, third point. Total mass of the system we have to consider with the point mass. It is our convenience. It is our convenience. We have to represent that external forces. We have to represent that external forces from point mass. It is our convenience. We can represent that total mass with the point mass. So third point, point mass. Next, we can draw that external force from point mass with respect to x, y, and z axis in vector notation. These 4 steps are required to draw free body diagram. Have you identified these 4 steps? Yesterday I explained 4 or 6 problems, maybe. You followed that steps. Now we can start one example problem related to free body diagram. Here, just identify this point. One person is pulling One person is pulling bucket of amount of water with the help of inextensible string. Here, just identify this condition. Is pulling that bucket in which direction? Here along applied force direction. Here he is applying force. He is applying force in this direction. Here consider that rope. Here consider that rope is inextensible rope. Inextensible rope we consider means its mass equal to 0. Its mass equal to 0. This inextensible rope over the frictionless pulley. Over the frictionless pulley. Here identify friction Fr equal to 0. Now you have to draw free body diagram of bucket of water. Free body diagram of bucket of water. Next, we have to find out that tension force in rope. Next, we have to find out tension force in rope. Imagine that free body diagram. Mass of bucket of water we can represent capital M. Just identify this diagram. He applies force in this direction. According to Newton's third law, every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Yes or no? You have to identify this point. Action direction. So applied force here. So in downward direction we can consider. Reactional force we have to consider in opposite direction. This reactional force provided by rope. This reactional force provided by rope. That reactional force provided by rope equal to applied force in a rope. Tension and applied force both are acting in a opposite direction. This string is one inextensible string. Because of that reason, throughout this, not string, it is a rope. So because of that reason, throughout the rope, tension is constant. Tension provided by that rope is constant. Weight of the body is acting in vertically downward direction. We have to consider that weight of the body W equal to mg. W equal to mg. Next to tension acts vertically upward direction. Now you can draw that free body diagram. What is the acceleration of the system? Acceleration of the system A, that A value equal to constant. A value equal to constant. Now apply that Newton laws. Apply that Newton laws. Here tension more than to weight of the body. Due to that reason, bucket of water accelerate in vertically upward direction. So tension more than to weight. Yes or no? First we can draw free body diagram. Total mass of the system we have to represent capital M. Okay. Next to N, tension you have to represent capital T. Weight of the body we have to represent downward direction, W equal to mg. What is the direction of acceleration of bucket of water? We have to represent in vertically upward direction. Now find out that resultant force. Find out that resultant force. Here represent resultant force, tension minus mg, that is equal to mass into acceleration. Here two forces are unbalanced forces. Due to that reason you are getting resultant force. Resultant force Fr is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration. Understood? You have any doubt? Like that you have to draw that free body diagram then you can find out the resultant acceleration and the resultant force. What is the resultant acceleration value? Resultant acceleration value AR, that is equal to tension T minus mg divided by m. It's very easy logical. You have to identify that a small logic, then you to solve the difficult problems. Next, we can identify applied force equal to tension. Applied force equal to tension. Completed? Applied force equal to tension. Very easy method. Note down this condition. Completed? Next example problem related to textbook. I saw these two problems. Two blocks represented on horizontal surface. One is M1, another one M2. Two blocks represented on horizontal surface. Now we want to move this system. We require one external force. Represent that external force. External force F. External force F. Okay. Now we can find out that. Next, we can find out that resultant acceleration AR question mark. Resultant acceleration question mark. Next, we have to find out resultant force. We have to find out resultant force. Next, you can find out here M2 block. M2 block pushes the M1 body in which direction? Forward direction. It pushes M1 towards forward direction. According to Newton's third law, M1 pushes M2 in backward direction. We have to consider this contact force. Here, M2 and M1 connected means contact. Here, contact we have to consider between M2 and M1. Because of that reason, we consider that contact force. In both the direction, we are getting same force. Both the direction we are getting same force. This force first provided by small mass of the body. Okay, this force first provided by small mass of the body on M2. Then M2 can provide the same amount of force on M1. You have to identify this cannot provide that force first. First, M1 can provide that force on M2. Next, M2 can provide that same amount of force on M1. Okay, so we have to find out that small f value. Small f value. So there is no friction. It is a frictionless surface. Fr value equal to how much? Friction equal to 0. The surface is frictionless surface. Find out acceleration of the system first. Next one, we have to find out capital F. Next one, we have to find out small f, the small f contact force between M2 and M. I have to think this problem. Few seconds, we have to think. Total acceleration of the system constant. Is that no? Total acceleration of the system constant. And now write external force. External force F is equal to, what is that? Another external force, frictional force. Frictional force value how much here? Consider 0. F minus Fr. F minus Fr is equal to capital M into acceleration. Unbalanced force can produce resultant force. But here we consider that surface is frictionless surface. Frictionless surface can provide that frictional force equal to 0, right? F equal to capital M into small a. What is the total mass of the system? What is the total mass of the system? Total mass of the system we have to represent M2 plus M1 plus M2 into acceleration. Capital F equal to M1 plus M2 into acceleration. Next we can find out that acceleration of the system, small a equal to capital F divided by M1 plus M2. Here A represents total acceleration of the system. Here A represents total acceleration of the system. Next we have to find out that contact force between M1 and M2. Now you can draw that free body diagram. You can draw that free body diagram. First point, free body diagram of M1. Free body diagram of M1. How many number of forces are acting on that M1 body? Just identify total mass of the system. We have to represent point mass with point mass M1. How many number of forces are acting on M1? Only one force. Only one force we have to consider. So that force, small f. What is the acceleration of M1? A. Total acceleration of the system A. Acceleration of M1 is same only. Now represent that acceleration of the M1 body A. Now write here contact force F equal to M1 into A. Contact force F equal to M1 into A. It represents equation number 1. Okay. Next one. Second condition, F equal to M1 into A. The second condition, we have to draw free body diagram for M2. Free body diagram of M2. Draw total mass of the system. Point mass with point mass. We have to represent that external force, applied force, capital F. But contact force acts on M2 body in opposite to direction of applied force. Small f. What is the acceleration of M2? Along applied force direction, we consider that acceleration. Now represent that unbalanced force. Applied force more than 2 contact force. Applied force F minus small f equal to mass of second body M2 into A. M2 into A. Then identify that capital F equal to here F minus F is equal to M2 into A. So we want to find out that F value. Directly you can calculate with that method, or we can use that free body diagram. We can calculate that applied force F is equal to small f value equal to M1 A. That is equal to M2 into acceleration, applied force equal to M1 plus M2 into small a. Okay, students, like that we can calculate that external force, applied force, and contact force with the help of free body diagram. It's a very easy method for complicated problems. Okay, this method is only sometimes it is used for us. In all situations, it is not used. Okay, you can follow that free body diagram. Okay, students. So note down this condition. Next, I can start one example problem related to this problem. Almost this problem related to previous condition, previous example problem. Just identify here 3 blocks arranged on horizontal surface. Mass of first block 20 kg, mass of second block 10 kg, mass of third block 5 kg. What is that total acceleration of the system? We consider that total acceleration of the system constant. Here external force. Here external force F equal to 100 newtons. The surface is frictionless surface. The surface is one frictionless surface. Now we can find out that contact force between M1 and M2 and M2 and M1. Okay, just identify one by one M1, M2, M3. We have to find out that contact force between M1 and M2, M2 and M3. Understood? How to find out? We have to use free body diagram. Free body diagram is one easy method for explaining that higher order thinking problems. Because of that reason, we have to follow that points. Direct method is also used that directly you can calculate. But you can follow that free body diagram high techniques. It's easy to solve that higher order thinking problems in IT, JEE, and advanced level also. So that you have to concentrate on these points. First, we can consider that free body diagram of M1. Free body diagram of M1. Okay, free body diagram of M1, we have to consider total mass of the system. Total mass of the system, how much? 20 kg. M1 equal to 20 kg. Applied force. Applied force we have to represent capital F equal to 100 Newton. Capital F equal to 100 Newton. Next, we have to consider that contact force. That contact force provided by 10 kg mass of the body. In which direction? Opposite to applied force. Represent that contact force F1. Okay, you have to identify this point. The force applied by 10 kg body on M1 is F1. So represent this point F1. F more than to F1, because of that reason, the body accelerated in forward direction. Because of that reason, the body accelerated in forward direction. What is the acceleration? Find out that acceleration of the body first. Total force F equal to m1 plus m2 plus m3 into acceleration. But what about acceleration? Acceleration equal to F by m1 plus m2 plus m3. F divided by m1 plus m2 plus m3. Here given that applied force 100 Newton. Applied force 100 Newton divided by m1 value 20, m2 value 10, m3 value 5. 100 divided by 35 kg. 5 jars, 7 jars, 5, 20 jars. How many times it will cancel? 20 by 7. So 7 1 jars, 7 2 jars, 14, remaining how much? 6. How many times? 7 5 7 6 jars, how much? 7 7 8 jars, 7 8 jars, 56. 2.8. 2.8. 2.8. Next one, remaining 4. Remaining 4 value. Remaining 4, how many times it will cancel? 7 5 jars, 35. So 5 we have to keep. 35. 7. Just identify this point. 2.857 meter per second square. Acceleration of the system A equal to 2.857 meter per second square. We have to apply that rounding of here 2.86 meter per second square. Descent of what is the acceleration of M2 body? Acceleration of M2 body 2.86 meter per second square. Understood? Next we have to draw free body diagram of M2. Free body diagram of M2. Free body diagram of M2. Okay, free body diagram of M2 represent total mass of the body. M2 equal to how much? 10 kg. How many number of contact force? How many number of contact force are acting on this body? 2 contact force. One contact force applied by M1 on M2. One force applied by M1 on M2 in forward direction. We have to represent F1. We have to represent F1. Here we can identify one contact force applied on M2 by M3. In which direction? Opposite to F1. Opposite to F1. We have to represent that F2. What is the acceleration of the system? Acceleration of the system, we have to represent A equal to 2.86 meter per second square. We don't know F2, we don't know F1. Now we have to find out that F1 value. Next we can use it to calculate that F2 value. Just identify this condition. Next, free body diagram of M3. Free body diagram of M3. How many number of external forces are acting on M3? Only one external force. That external force provided by M2. That external force provided by M2. Okay, just identify this condition. Total mass of the system we can represent M3 equal to 5 kg. What is the direction of external force? Direction of contact force. Direction of contact force in forward direction. This force provided by M2 on M3. Yes or no? So we have to represent this point F1. In which direction we F2 Nana? F2 direction. Which direction F2 consider? In forward direction. Another external force is not acting on that M3. Another external force is not acting on that M3. Here only we have to consider one external force. What is the acceleration of M3? Acceleration of M3 A equal to 2.86 meter per second square. 0.86 meter per second square. So find out that F2 value. Find out that F2 value. Here F2 equal to mass into acceleration. M3 into acceleration. M3 value how much? 5. 5 into 2.86. Multiply 5 6 jars. How much? 33. 5 8 jars. 40 plus 3. 43. 4. 5 2 jars. 10. 10 plus 4. 14. Okay, we have to keep that point after two digits. 14.3 newtons force act on that M3. Okay, what is that? F2 force, F2 equal to 14.3 Newton. Find out that F1 value. Find out that F1 value. We have to find out that F1 force provided by M2 on M1, the same amount of force provided by M1 on M2. Find out that contact force. Here consider that condition F2 minus. Here consider that F2 minus F1 minus F2 or F2 minus F1. Here F1 more than to F2. F1 more than to F2. Because of that reason, M2 block is accelerating along larger force direction. Along larger force direction, here acceleration equal to 2.86 meter per second square. So we have to represent that resultant force F1 minus F2, that is equal to mass into acceleration, M2 into acceleration. Substitute in this formula, then we can get the answer. So F1 value 14.30 Newton. Sorry, F2 value 14.30 Newton. Substitute here F1 minus 14.3, that is equal to M2. M2 equal to 10 kg. M2 equal to 10 kg. 10. Acceleration value how much? Acceleration value 2.86. 2.86. Just identify F1 minus 14.3. 10 into 2.86 value equal to 28.6. But F1 equal to how much? 28.6 plus 14.3. 14.3. So total value how much? 28 plus 14. 28 plus 14. 42. 42 here 0.6, 0.3, 0.9. 42.9. Understood? So here F1 equal to 42.9 newtons. F2 equal to 14.3 newtons. Understood this problem? You have any doubt? Here contact force between 20 kg and 10 kg F1 equal to 42.9 newtons. The next contact force between M2 and M3 equal to how much? 14.3 newtons. What is the total acceleration of the system? Total acceleration of the system 2.86 meter per second square. Already external force given, external force value capital F equal to 100 newtons. Note down this problem. Okay, students, do you have any doubts? No doubts in this problem. Maybe I given more example problems. Can give one body is at rest on horizontal surface. One body is at rest on horizontal surface. Okay, just identify. Two blocks are connected to this body with the help of inextensible string over the frictionless pulley. With the help of an extensible string over the frictionless pulleys. Now identify here mass of this body 10 kg. Here mass of the body. Here mass of the body 20 kg. Here also we have to consider 20 kg. What is the acceleration of this 10 kg mass of the body? It is a direct answer. Direct question, and we have to say direct answer also. Have to say that answer directly. What is the acceleration of that 10 kg mass of the body? This surface is frictionless surface. Don't forget, consider that table surface. Friction equal to 0. There is no friction. There is one example problem. It is a one example problem. Next one. Next one. Same condition. Yeah, this body connected to two blocks with the help of an extensible string. Connected to two blocks with the help of an extensible string. Here string over the frictionless pulley. Over the frictionless pulley, here 10 kg mass of the body, another one 20 kg, another one 50 kg. Now we have to say that acceleration of 10 kg mass of the body. I have to say that acceleration of 10 kg mass of the body, tension in string. Throughout the string tension in this, throughout the string tension is constant. Here also we have to represent tension is constant. Okay, find out that acceleration of the 10 kg mass of the body, tension in string you have to calculate. Tension here T1, here tension T2. Don't forget, you have to find out the T2 value and T1 value and 10 kg mass of the body acceleration. It is second example problem. The second example problem. The next, third one. You have to draw free body diagram for this condition. Two bodies, one is M1, another one M2. Draw FBD, free body diagram of M1. Draw free body diagram of M1. Second one, draw free body diagram of M2. Here two blocks are at rest. M1 block we consider on M2. M1 block we consider on M2. Now we have to draw that free body diagram. Here number of contacts. How many is there? Two number of contacts. M2 contact to ground, M1 contact to M2. Then we have to get two contact forces. In which direction we have to get? and vertically upward direction, vertically upward direction and downward direction. So we have to think this problem. Draw that free body diagram. Example 3. Example 3. Next example 4. Next example 4. Just identify this condition. Two blocks they given. One block on a first one here it is M1, it represents M2. For M2 blocks, we can consider on M1. We are using one external force, capital F. We are using external force, capital F. Draw the free body diagram of M2 and M1. Draw the free body diagram of M2 and M1. Find out frictional force between M1 and M2. Find out a frictional force between M1 and M2. It is a homework for you. I have to think and do that problems. This problems answer you have to send through WhatsApp. I can explain that in case this problems will not come means I can explain that problems on the board in the next class. I can send that answers through WhatsApp for you. Okay, understood. Note down these 4 example problems. Find out frictional force. Find the frictional force. Between M1 and M2. Between M1 and M2. Next one. Second one. Draw free body diagram. Free body diagram of M1 and M2. Here both the bodies are moving with the common acceleration. Don't forget this point. Both are moving with the common acceleration. Both are moving with common acceleration. Here frictional force Fr equal to 0 between M1 and ground. But here frictional force not equal to 0. Here one frictional force is acting. You have to identify here one friction is acting on M2 in this direction. So another frictional here frictional force provided by M1 on M2. M1 on M2 in forward direction. Frictional force provided by M2 on M1. Provided by M2 on M1. In opposite to applied force. Both the forces are same. According to Newton's law, every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Find out that Fr1. Find out that Fr value. 4 example problems. So you have to try. In case it will not come, I can explain that 4 example problems on the board. Almost topic completed. In second lesson, so all points I covered for you. With example problems also completed. Next, we can discuss some logical points in this concept. What are that logical points? One time we have to concentrate on board. Now here, just identify it is one inclined plane surface. It is one inclined plane surface. Consider another inclined plane surface. It is another inclined plane surface. We have to observe these two surfaces are frictionless surface. There is no friction. Friction equal to 0. is a highly polished surface. It is one highly polished surface. Now we have to release one mass of the body. We have to release one mass of the body at a point A on inclined plane surface. Then this body is rolling on inclined plane surface along inclined plane surface direction. We have to represent that direction. Okay, initial velocity of this body u equal to 0 meter per second. Initial velocity u equal to 0 meter per second. Next, it reaches ground. It reaches ground. After that, it will continue its motion in a horizontal direction. Okay, next we have to identify this body is moving on second inclined plane surface up to how much height it moves and up to how much velocity it can move on inclined plane surface. You have to find out this logical point. Example 1. So you have to find out that height question mark. Here just identify your height of this inclined plane surface. Height 20 meters. Height 20 meters. Initial velocity u equal to 0 meter per second. I can give the time for you, few seconds for you. You have to think and find that final answers. Height and the final velocity of that body. In this condition, we have to apply law of inertia of rest. Inertia of rest. Law of inertia of rest. What is the position of what is the position of an object? We consider that position of an object 20 meters of height with respect to ground. What is the initial velocity? Initial velocity u equal to 0 meter per second. So, what is that first definition? Newton's first law definition. Every body continues its state of rest or uniform motion in straight line path if there is no external force acts on it. In this condition, there is no external force. Frictional force value we consider 0. Here body, initial state of the body is at rest. Then that body will try to its initial state. Yes or no? Every body will try to its initial state. What is that initial state? Rest. So here consider that position with respect to ground. How many meters? 20 meters. So that this body will try to height. Will try to reach height how much? 20 meters. Same height. How much? 20 meters. So H2 equal to 20 meters. What is that final velocity of the body? What is the final velocity of the body? Here. H2 equal to 20 meters. What is the final velocity of the body? Final velocity of the body v equal to 0. Final velocity of the body v equal to 0. There is no same height, Nana. Just identify. What is the final velocity of the body? V equal to 0. Initial velocity u equal to 0. And final velocity v equal to 0. Here body tried to its initial state. That is inertia of rest. Every body will try to its initial state. So here initial state of the first body rest only. Because of that reason, it tried to its initial state. What is that initial state of velocity? initial state of velocity 0, then it will getting initial velocity, final velocity equal to 0. What is the initial height with respect to ground? 20 meters. Because of that reason, this body is moving on inclined plane surface up to 20 meters. Up to 20 meters. Understood? Put down this example problem. Next example problem. Next example problem. Now just identify this diagram. Here also we consider two inclined plane surface, but angle different, angle of inclination difference. Here 60 degrees, here consider 30 degrees. Okay, now we have to release that one mass of body. The shape of this mass of the body is spherical shape. The shape of mass of the body is spherical shape. Consider m1 initial velocity how much? U equal to 0 meter per second. So initial height of the body with respect to ground, we consider 20 meters. We consider 20 meters. What is the final position of the body on second inclined plane surface? What is the final velocity of the body on second inclined plane surface? You have to think and find that answer. First, you can identify. According to that inertia of rest, every body will try to its initial state, initial velocity how much? 0 meter per second. So here consider that position with respect to ground to 20 meters. Here this body will try to its initial state of height, initial state of velocity. Initial state of height and initial state of velocity. So that your body is rolling on inclined plane surface due to gravity. It reaches ground surface with a high velocity, then it is moving on second inclined plane surface in upward direction up to it reaches to same height, up to it reaches to same height. Your height equal to how much? Consider that height h2 equal to 20 meters. What is the final velocity? Final velocity v equal to 0 meter per second. Okay, here it got final velocity v equal to 0. Okay, you can identify this point. The final velocity of that particular body, how much? 0. It reaches the height with respect to ground h2 equal to 20 meter. h2 equal to 20 meter. So identify this example problem, but here we can identify that length of inclined plane. Length of inclined plane surface L1, length of inclined plane surface L2. Distance traveled by this body on this inclined plane surface L1 distance traveled by the body on a second inclined plane surface L2. This L2 value greater than L1. L2 value greater than L1. In the first example, we consider both the inclined plane surface length is same. Both the inclined plane surface length is same. Understood? Note down this example. Next, one more example problem. Next, one more example problem. There is no inclined plane surface. There is no inclined plane surface. We have to release one mass of the body at certain height with respect to ground. Height equal to 20 meters. Height equal to 20 meters. Initial velocity of the body U equal to 0 meter per second. What is the final velocity of the body? What is the final velocity of the body and final position of the body on a horizontal surface? There is no friction. Fr equal to 0. There is no friction. You have to think and find the final answer. What is the initial position? Initial position 20 meters with respect to ground. There is no another inclined plane surface. What is the initial velocity? Initial velocity U equal to 0 meter per second. Now this body is rolling on inclined plane surface, then it reaches ground. It reaches ground. What is the final velocity of this body? Final velocity of the body V. Final velocity of the body V. There is no friction. If there is no friction, then body will maintain its initial velocity. Yes or no? What is that initial velocity at this point? V. Newton's first law explains this point. If there is no external force acts on it, then body will maintain its motion in straight line path. What is that velocity of the body? V. What is the velocity of this body? V1. Okay, this velocity is not equal to 0, but it will try to reach initial state. It will try to reach initial state up to infinite distance. It is moving on horizontal surface up to infinite distance. But there is no height. There is no height. We consider that height means then it will reach us to 20 meters. But there is no height. Height value equal to 0. So that it is rolling on a horizontal surface up to infinite distance with a constant velocity. Your momentum T equal to mv. Total quantity of motion contained in a body is constant. Inertia of motion. This point explained by inertia of motion. Okay, understood, students? Do you have any doubt? So note down this example problem. The first here in this condition, initial velocity U equal to 0 meter per second, but H equal 20 meters. But this body will try to reach initial state, but it is not possible. What is the reason? Means there is no slope of surface. There is no inclined plane surface. Because of that reason, body will maintain its constant velocity. Its momentum is constant, then up to infinite distance it maintained a constant linear momentum. P equal to mass into velocity. Note down this example problem. It is our last concept in this lesson. Okay, all completed, all points completed in your Second lesson, Newton laws of motion. So first law completed, second law completed, third law completed, examples, example problems. Almost I explained all points. Okay, so it is the last one. So next week we can start one more topic.